Hey, what's going on everyone? Brian from Kindle Autopilot shooting this video today, just talking to you guys about the 3 ebook companies that I use to get my books written. If you use these companies already, great. If you're looking for a new ebook writing company to try out, then by all means, I'll show you these 3 that I've personally used, let you know a little bit about their price, about their quality, about their timelines, and then you can make the decision for yourself. So, of course, finding a good ebook writing company and getting into a groove with them, that does take research, that does take time, but by all means, if you haven't found that yet, feel free to try these 3 options. It is a good, fine little balance that you have to strike between good quality and a good price and a good timeline. So most of the time, you're going to give a little bit to get something. So maybe your timeline's a little bit faster, maybe your quality's not as good. Maybe your quality's really good, but your timeline, you got to wait a little bit longer for the book. So just keep that in mind. It's very, very difficult to find the perfect balance. So let's get into it here. YoudWriter Solutions is the first website that I go for my ebooks. YoudWriterSolutions.com is the website. So I click here on services just to give you an idea of what they're going to be doing. And they do specialize obviously in the ebook writing. One thing that I like is technical ebook writing versus regular ebook writing. So you can distinguish between the two. Now, for your technical ebook writing, you're probably going to pay about $1.80 per every 100 words. So not terrible. And your timeline probably going to be, at least based on what I've done, 2 to 4 weeks. So that's normally what it is. Again, could go a little bit faster. For the regular ebook writing, you're going to pay $1.50 for every 100 words. They do boast a timeline of 7 to 10 days in terms of the turnaround time for the general ebooks. Now, again, you got to keep in mind, the supply and the demand. A lot of times during the busy seasons, it's hard for these companies to keep up with that 7 to 10 day demand. I know I want a company to stay true to their word. I want them to get me that book as fast as possible. I don't want them to falsify that. But I also understand that, look, 7 to 10 days is awesome. If it's a few days after that for a general ebook, it's okay. Don't hold them over the coals for it. But just understand that, if they're doing their job, if they're not super, super busy, normally I've gotten my book between 7 to 12, 13, maybe 14 days for a regular ebook. And then, of course, waiting a couple extra weeks for the technical ebook writing. But from a technical side, I haven't been disappointed with the quality of writing that they've given me. And overall, the quality has been pretty good. So it's a really good balance in terms of the quality as well as the price. Again, your timelines are going to vary, 2 to 4 weeks, but again, overall, very well balanced company. So the second company that we're going to look at here is called EpicWrite. This was one of the first companies that I actually used to get my books done. And I'm just here in my back end here and just take a look at what the project actually looks like here and go down to the pricing here. So you have 3 options: basic, premium, and professional. Basic is obviously going to be your cheapest at 80 cents for every 100 words, the premium at $1 for every 100 words, and of course professional at $1.20 per every 100 words. So this is one of the cheapest companies I've found. Now, I always do the professional just because $1.20 isn't actually all that much. In terms of your timeline, it's really varied. I've had books come back to me in 7, 8 days. I've also waited for 2 months for books. So I know they've hired some new writers, I believe. They've kind of revamped some things. Their turnaround time apparently is a little bit better, but I have heard people still waiting 3, 4, 5 weeks to get books from this company. So what you have to sacrifice in time, you make up with the fact that it's a pretty good price. For the most part, I haven't been real disappointed with the quality, especially for the price. So I think they would be definitely comparable to YoudWriter Solutions. But again, it really is a crapshoot when it comes to, what the timeline is. It could be 7 days or it could be 5 or 6 weeks. I've waited 2 months for a book. So, again, take this with a grain of salt. Understand, again, that there is an asterisk to all of these companies and what you're going to do. But as a whole, I'm going to use the professional, get the 5-star quality. Again, they say 5 days for delivery, but that's for everything but ebooks. So keep that in mind. All right. And then last but not least, the Writing Summit. This is another company I use as well. Now, the good thing about these companies is that they do screen their writers, so at least you're not going to have some random person that doesn't know what they're doing or really doesn't know how to write at all. So they do screen their writers. They do end up checking for plagiarism, making sure that you don't have any copyright infringements, which I've never had personally. So last company here is called the Writing Summit. Now with them, they're going to be the most expensive, but they are also the most consistent when it comes to their turn time. So they have 3 different packages. Package 3 is going to be your basic $1.95 for every 100 words. It's the cheapest package that they have. The delivery time is 21 days, basic editing, and a top writer. You go to package 2, it's an elite writer. Delivery time is about 15 days, professionally edited, and it's formatted for Kindle already. Again, a little bit more expensive at $2.25 for every 100 words, but the quality is a little bit better. And then your last package here is going to come with the writer, 13 days or less for your turn times. Current delivery is 7 to 9 days, professionally proofread, edited, and a interactive table of contents for the Kindle formatting, and then a service representative to actually talk to you, converse with you if you have any questions about your project. So $2.50 for every 100 words. Now they did change that. It was $3.49, so it's $1 less for every 100 words. So that's actually significant. Now I haven't used them with the new price yet. I used them at the old price. In terms of the quality, the difference between package 3 and package 2 initially, I didn't see a lot of a difference between the quality. But one thing I will say is that their turnaround times were awesome. I got my book in that 7 to 10 days. They've never been late for any of the books that I've gotten from them. So I may, as I start to go back with them a little bit more consistently, I'm probably going to be doing the #1 package here because it does come proofread, it is edited, everything's formatted for Kindle already. It takes 7 to 9 days. And again, if it is actually proofread, say the quality for one of your other books wasn't great and you have to hire someone to proofread it, at least, what they're claiming is that it's going to be a proofread. So hopefully that'll catch the majority of any errors in terms of sentence structure, grammar, things like that. So a couple things to think about here. Writing Summit, you're going to get the most consistent turn times, but you're going to pay for those turn times basically. Epic Write, you're going to pay the cheapest amount. Your quality is probably going to be in the average range. It could be good, but probably average. And you're going to be really just taking a guess in terms of how quickly you're going to get your book back. YoudWriter Solutions, you're probably looking at a month for technical writing, 7 to 10 days, maybe 2 weeks for the regular ebook writing, and probably paying somewhere in that middle price between $1.50 for every 100 words and $1.80 for every 100 words. So again, just a few things to keep in mind. If you guys have any questions about either of these companies, or you need me to check out a company that you're thinking about, or even a company that you use that's really good, I would love to hear about it. So leave a comment below, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, we will see you guys in the next video.